Hi everyone, Stephanie Montero again from the Layland Museum with a Thursday artifact spotlight. And today I'm going to talk about our Candlestick Telephone right here. The Candlestick Telephone this particular model was patented by the Western Electric Company in 1904. The Western Electric Company would better be known now as AT&T. And it actually, I don't think you could probably get close enough to it, Nick, but it says very clearly Western Electric Company on the base of the telephone. This was one of the first telephones that people would have had in their homes. So you can see it has a base to hold it steady. The tube basically that holds it up, that'd be about 10 inches long. And then there is a carbon microphone that you would speak into. Then attached by the cable is the earpiece that you would hold up to your ear so that you could hear what people are saying. And the way it is attached there is a sort of a hook. And when you would pick that up, it would take enough weight off of the hook that it would move it, and that would signal the operator that you were trying to make a call. And once the operator knew you were there, they would come onto the line and say, "Number, please," and you would say the number of where you wanted to call, and they would place the call for you. So it's a little different world than the one we're in now. The ringer was actually in a separate box that you could place under a table or behind a piece of furniture, so the only thing that would show was this. After about 20 years of these, the automatic telephone exchanges were introduced, and that's when they started having a rotary dial that would be attached to the base. So these telephones were a luxury item when they first came along. You would only have one in your house, if any at all, and they all looked alike. And as time passed, they became more common, but those early ones would generally be placed in a very central location in your home. In old houses, you quite often see a pretty little shelf in the main hallway, or sometimes when you're in an antique shop, you might see a bench with a table attached to it that almost looks like a desk. Those were actually designed to be where your telephone was located, which was quite often in a foyer or a hallway. So around 1950, people started getting multiple extensions, and it became something that the telephone companies really marketed heavily, that you could have extensions in different parts of your house and make it much easier. You didn't have to run through the whole house to get your telephone calls. And around 1954, they started introducing different colors of telephones so that they could match the decor of your room. So I love this pink telephone. And I think it's really fun to think about what would the 1950s decor have looked like when this telephone was chosen to go in there. And of course, that is the old-fashioned rotary dial that's been around for a very long time. I have a couple of pieces of trivia for you about telephones. So if you know the answers to these and can post them in our comments, you just might win something from us. First, the date of the first transatlantic, phone call. So basically, the first cross-country phone call. I'll get this right if I try long enough. It actually went from San Francisco to New York, so there's a hint from you. So if you know the year of that, and also the year of the first international transatlantic phone call that actually went across to Britain. So hope you know those. Thank you so much for joining us today, and please come back next Thursday for another Artifacts.